Welcome to the UpBeet Gardener. I'm Marion Owen. What if gardening isn't about getting everything right? What if it's about how you handle it when things go wrong? Today we're going to talk about a topic that might be a little uncomfortable for you. It's about getting through discouragement and disappointments. Because this isn't just a beginner thing. It comes up again and again your whole life. I mean, anytime you attempt something new, writing a book, trying a new bread recipe, growing cucumbers, you'll have times when things don't go as planned. That's part of life, right? A friend of mine shared this story recently, and it stuck with me. She attended a presentation by Krishnamurti in California in 1977. Now, Krishnamurti was an Indian philosopher who had been teaching for decades. It was a packed audience that night, and someone asked him for his secret. "You want to know my secret?" he asked the audience. There was a hush in the room as he leaned forward and said, "I don't mind what happens. I don't mind what happens." So simple, so profound. But what does that mean? It means accepting things as they are, instead of forcing them to be different or us having that habitual knee-jerk reaction. And not labeling everything as good or bad, but seeing it as neutral. Because in the garden, and in life, things just are. Things just are. From there, we get to choose to be upset, angry, sad, or depressed, or relaxed, grateful, and calm. And to be open to the lesson, because that's how we grow. But what about when things don't go as planned? I mean, for example, people don't always say kind things. I remember years ago, I was interviewed by an editor or a writer for a very upscale gardening magazine. She said, "Marion, we're doing a story about spring flowers and colors and color combinations you might be trying this year." I thought for a moment, and okay, well, I'm going to try a combination of pink carnations along with yellow and orange calendulas. And there was a long pause on the phone. Then she said, "Oh, honey, we don't mix pink and yellow in the garden." So at that point, I'm a young gardener. So at that point, I'm thinking, what did I do wrong here? Did I say the wrong thing? I mean, maybe I shouldn't combine pink and yellow. And then after the interview was done, I hung up the phone. I thought, no, you know what? I am going to plant pink and yellow. It's something I want to do. I thought it was kind of a mean statement she had, or very judgmental at least. Okay, or let's go on. Maybe someone doesn't follow through with promises. We've all experienced this. It can be very frustrating. Let's say a contractor says he'll deliver a load of topsoil, but then doesn't show up. Or a couple of your buddies agree to help you build a fence, and they, forgot. Or someone offers to make a poster for a local plant sale and misses the deadline. It happens. You want to go with what I call the goers. Go with the goers, the people who support you. As for the no-shows, it's not about you. I mean, people get busy, they overcommit, they don't put it on their calendar. So be grateful for the ones who did show up. We can't control everything. We can only control how we respond. So just keep swimming. And come back to your why. as in, why do you garden? Because that reason doesn't change just because you might hit a rough patch. At the same time, be careful who you share things with. I mean, don't share your garden dreams and ideas with people who are negative, naysayers, people who are really pessimistic. The sky is going to fall. Not everyone needs to weigh in. So do the thing you want to do and then see what happens. Now, what else can I offer you? Well, here are the 3 R's for discouragement. The first R is recognize. When someone says, that won't work, or it's going to cost too much money, you'll never make money doing that, whatever. It may be their fear talking. So number 1 is recognize. Number 2 is to reframe. Don't focus on the rejection. Look for feedback you can use. Ask yourself, is what this person is saying, is this true? Is this something I can work on? Can I benefit from what this person is telling me, even though it seems negative? That's reframing. Number 3 is research. Find out what went wrong. I mean, not to beat yourself up with it, but to keep learning and improving. So number 3 is R. Number 1, recognize. Number 2, reframe. Number 3, research. Another thing is to celebrate each step. That is, picking your first tomato, eating your first salad of the season, the first time you felt the sun on your face that morning, turning your first compost pile, and sharing gardening tips with a new gardener. Now, disappointments will come. That's just part of life. But if you stay with it, determined to keep learning, and as Krishnamurti said, don't mind what happens, over time, you'll notice something else. It might be a little subtle at first. You are growing and improving too. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I'm Marion Owen, and thank you for listening to the UpBeet Gardener. Cheers.